Hi everyone, happy holidays. Thanks for tuning in with me. Come on Cooking with Nikki. Today I'm going to be making a smoked sausage cabbage soup. The ingredients you'll need today, of course, is going to be smoked sausage. If you want to do chicken sausage, you can do that. You could do beef sausage. Today I'm using a kielbasa, I believe that's the way you say it. I could be saying it wrong. You all let me know in the comments. Hope everyone's having a good holiday season due to what we've been having to go through. And I've been underneath the weather for a while, you all, so sorry it took so long for me to get back with you all with another video. But right now is the perfect time for this smoked sausage cabbage soup because it is getting cold. There ain't nothing like getting warmed up to a nice hot bowl of soup besides chicken noodle soup. Or like my Italian soup I did a couple videos ago. If you haven't seen that one, check that one out. Please give me a thumbs up if you like, and share with your friends, family, co-workers, whoever you might know. Please subscribe to my channel. It's absolutely free, and I know right now people like to hear the words free, especially when we're shopping and spending a lot of money for Christmas. I know most of us has probably been doing a lot of online shopping. I know I have. And you got to keep up with the totals if you're doing multiple stores and everything. But it's absolutely free to subscribe to my channel, Cooking with Nikki, where I come up with easy dishes, that only take an amount of minutes. Like this recipe tonight, it'll take us about 20 minutes to make. So let's get started with the ingredients. You're going to need smoked sausage. And I got the Eckrich kielbasa sausage. And I got the ones that have the 2 ropes, skinless, because it's easier for me to cut. If you don't know me by now, by checking me out, I am disabled and I just only have the one hand to work with. So I get the skinless. It's easier for me to cut. And so I've only took 1 rope of smoked sausage. And of course the other main ingredient is cabbage. And I got a small cabbage here cut up, finely chopped. I'm going to show you all a couple of pieces of what my chop looks like. Just bite-sized pieces. And then I got 3 small potatoes. And I got those like bite-sized dices, about that size. You all can see that. And I got 1 small onion, finely chopped. You're also going to need a 32 ounce of chicken broth. I just got this brand. I was in the Dollar General getting some stocking stuffers, seen it. I was like, yep, I'm buying it. You'll need, onto our other liquid, you'll need a little bit of soy or soy. I don't know exactly the right pronunciation of how to say that. I say soy sauce. And I got the less sodium because we try to stay away from a lot of sodium here in our home. You'll need a large pot. You'll need 1 tablespoon of butter. Parsley flakes for garnish. Now on to our seasoning. So you're gonna need a half a teaspoon of salt and a half teaspoon of pepper. You'll need 1 tablespoon of garlic and onion powder, and that's 1 teaspoon. I also am going to be using one of my favorite seasonings, Accent, for more boost of flavor. So we're going to get started getting this soup to going. Sun's going down where I'm at. You all leave me a comment down below. Let me know where you're at. I'm really curious to know where everybody's from. So leave me a comment. Subscribe so you can get an alert every time I upload a new video. I hope you enjoyed this one. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I got my pot on and it's about a medium high. We're going to add in our tablespoon of butter. Got a quick stir around. I'm going to decrease that butter because it's splashing. I'm going to take it down to a medium. And I can't say it enough. I gotta still give another shout out to my brother and sister-in-law still for my Rachel Ray pots and pans. You all, they're still doing me justice. It is the truth. And then we're gonna add in our 1 rope of smoked sausage, or kibasi, or chicken sausage, or turkey sausage. Gonna add that into the butter. Let that get a stir on it, or a sear. We're just only going to cook this for a few minutes. While we stir it up, we don't want it burnt because it will not taste good in that cabbage soup. One time I burnt some smoked sausage and tried to make the soup. I thought my liquids and my seasonings would overpower the crispiness from the sausage from being burnt. No, it does not work. Let's give that a stir here. I know I'm mispronouncing it wrong. Bear with me, you all. And it's cooking up just the way how I anticipated. Oh, and I forgot to mention one other ingredient, I guess, would you like to say. You might need some water. I might have to add some water to mine. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I'm not too sure if I'm going to have to add some this time because I usually make a bigger batch than what I'm making tonight, but there's only 3 of us eating. So how's everybody doing as far as Christmas shopping? We are just about done. I think we got 3 gifts left to get in. We are good. Dinner plans are in order, which we're not doing as big as we did for Thanksgiving. I hope everybody's Thanksgiving went well. So we got that. Next we're going to add in our small, finely diced onion. Let those onions get translucent a little clear. Those sauteed up too with the smoked sausage, and this is smelling great, you all. We haven't even put the cabbage in, we haven't put no seasoning in, and it's already smelling delicious. Let that cook for another, I'd say about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. And then we're going to add in that cabbage and start layering of seasoning to have our food taste good. And I got to grab my accent as well. So it's been about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. And those onions have sauteed up too. So we're going to add this cabbage in. So it's kind of like we're doing like a fried cabbage. Remember, you all, to wash your vegetables. My potatoes and cabbage has been cleaned. Just chopped before this video. Haven't been really all up to the weather today. It's been pretty cold. When it's cold, I tend to ache a little bit. So the Lord was with me to get up and to do this video. I've been trying to do it for a while. Like I said, I've been also waiting for a cold day to do this. Throw in another different kind of soup right before the Christmas day. We're just going to keep stirring this up, getting all of our cabbage with that butter and the drippings from the smoked sausage. See the glaze on that? That's from that butter and that smoked sausage. It's on that cabbage right now. So let's go ahead and start adding our seasonings. Like I said, the garlic and onion powder is a teaspoon of each. Get that sprinkled on there. Salt and pepper is a half a teaspoon of each. Get that stir. My husband brought me the accent, which we love. Like I said, it has 60% less sodium than salt. So, it's my go-to as far as seasoning goes. I like to keep that on hand. We're going to let this cabbage cook for another 5 more minutes. And then we'll start getting liquids in here and our potatoes and let that just sit back and cook on its own. Oh my goodness. Now with those seasonings, those onions, the smoked sausage, the cabbage, it smells coming together. Yes, I said it. It smells like coming together. Excuse me. Let that hang out for a little bit. Actually, let's go ahead and start putting our potatoes in. Those potatoes down in there. Get some steam running through them and start helping them soften up. You don't want them softened, real softened, like you're going to make mashed potatoes. You want still some firmness to these potatoes in the soup. Not unless you absolutely like them really mushed up like that in a soup. But I don't prefer that. Not for this soup. So let's let that hang out. Get some steam going through it. Oh, and another reason, you all, I haven't did any kind of baking because I do know how to bake as well. That was the kind of the first thing growing up that I learned was to bake cakes. My mother showed me how to do baking and flouring or greasing your cake pan with butter and the flour and shaking the excess off. But I haven't been able to bake because our stove has went out. We cannot get it checked out until the 21st. I thought I was going to be able to show a couple of my baking skills before the holiday, but unfortunately we can't see about our stove range until the 21st. They're completely booked out. But if for some reason I get in the desire and the motivation from the grace from the Lord to bake right before Christmas, I will be letting you all in on that. I do have a couple of baking things I want to do for Christmas. One is hot chocolate brownies. I might wait and do that once my oven is up and going and show you all that video. Just depends on how things are going. The holidays, kids come over, grandbaby. So sometimes just don't have the time and I just don't have the energy to do a video because it is quite a bit of standing. I take a lot of rest breaks in between when I'm cooking dinner. So to stand here and to do this, it takes a toll on me. But if through the grace of the Lord gives me the strength and pain-free before Christmas, I'll try to show you all how to make my hot chocolate brownies. I gotta make a batch for my grandfather thinking of. So we're gonna let this hang out, let that cook for about 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes or so. Our potatoes are nowhere even close to being done, but I do want to see one of these pieces of cabbage just to taste it. Remember, always taste your food. Taste it to you and your family's liking. You know your family's taste buds better than anybody else, in your own especially. So, I just want to taste a piece of ours before I put accent in or anything else, because this chicken broth I have is not low sodium as well. I'm just going to try a piece of this, and then I'll be right back with you all to let y'all know if I had to add anything, any other seasons, or if I don't, if we do, I will, and then we'll just keep going from there, adding our chicken broth. Alright, I'll be back with you all. Alright everyone, we're back. Just tried my cabbage and everything, and I didn't have to add any seasoning to it. So now I'm going to proceed on to the chicken broth. Like I said, this 32 ounce. I'm pouring this whole thing in here. You know, and the best things about soups, once you get everything in your liquid stuff, you can put it on a simmer and just let it cook and do its thing. Hang out in a bath of deliciousness. And so I pour my whole 32 ounce of chicken broth in here. Now, like I said, I'll have to taste this again and maybe add some water. I'm not too for sure. I've never made a small batch like this. But to this, I'm going to add 2 splashes of soy sauce. Give this a stir up, or a stir. I still got my heat on a medium. I'm going to let this cook for another 20 minutes. And then it'll be ready to serve. Garnish it with some parsley flakes. Let it cool for a little bit so I don't burn my taste buds. And I like to usually serve this with a corn muffin on the side. Nothing like cabbage and a corn muffin. So we got that. And as soon as this 20 minutes is up, you all, I'll be back. And I'll taste the soup in the meantime to see now with the broth in if I need to add anything else in. If I need to add some more water to dilute a little bit of too much of a certain seasoning or whatever the case might be. Hopefully I won't have to add too much of anything else, because we just had some salt from the soy sauce that just went in. 2 dashes of that. So when I taste my soup, I'll let you all know if I had to add more of something, because at this point I can't really take away no seasoning. But as soon as I see what I need to do for our soup, I'll let you all know. I'll be back. Alright you all, it's been 20 minutes. Our potatoes are soft. Our soup is ready. I did have to add a half a cup of water to mine. It was a little bit saltier for all our taste buds over here. But there you go. Like I said, your corn muffin, makes up a good old box of Jiffy. Make some corn muffins and have on the side, and you got a meal going on here. Till next time, you all, God bless. Happy holidays to you all. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I will see you all with God's grace next time.